So last day we started talking about multiplying fractions again, but this time they're mixed fractions. So just like the quiz you did, just like the last day notes, almost identical to it, except for there's one extra step. Right? We had fractions that looked like this, and we need to convert into improper fractions before we could do our calculations. The process was the bottom number stays the same. You multiply the denominator with the number up front, so 3 times 1 is 3 plus the top number, 4. 4 over 3. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 2 is 47, and the bottom number stays the same, 47 over 5. Right? So that is the process of turning mixed numbers into improper numbers, and that's where we do most of our calculations. But sometimes we want to go the other way as well. If you want to do the other way, you need to figure out what the whole number is. 5 fits into 12 2 times. That's where this 2 came from. And 5 times 2 is 10. That gives us 2 left over because we wanted it to be 12. Right? 10 fits into 32 3 times, because 3 times 10 is 30. Right? Then we have 2 left over. That's where that 2 comes from to make 32. That's day 4, first page. We've done all of that. And we've gone on to the back page. And we did most of this. Right? And so the first, what we did is, if you were given mixed fractions, you needed to turn into improper fractions, then we did the same thing we did on the day 3 notes. We simplified where it was possible. We looked up and down, left and right, and made the simplifying. Yes, Lucas?
How do you find lowest terms?
Lowest terms. That's what we did last day. Lucas, you got to divide the top and bottom by a number, right? You were here for that one, that part of it. All right, we're going to do more examples of that. Okay? So over here, so we have 3 questions left, and then we'll do one of the word problems. All right? Okay, over here. So, given a mixed number, I'm going to convert this one first. The bottom number stays the same. Got to figure out the numerator. Multiply, then add. What should the numerator be in this case? 7. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 gives us a 7. All right, then I'm going to convert the other one. Multiply and add. The bottom number stays the same. What should the numerator be? 27, yep. But 25 plus 2. And we have a little multiplying symbol in between. Okay, so now, just like we did on our day 3 assignment, before we multiply, we try to simplify. We compare top numbers to bottom numbers. Is there something that can divide a top number and a bottom number? Do you see anything? I see one thing. Zion?
327.
Yeah, and both of those numbers can be divided by 3. So, Lucas, you remember this?
Yeah, I know.
You divide by 3, so 3 divided by 3, write the new number underneath.
1.
And 27 divided by 3 gives us a 9. Is there anything else?
No.
No, that looks like it. So for the final answer, we multiply the top number, 7 times 9, right, 63. Multiply the bottom numbers, 1 times 5, 5, 63 over 5. Now, so this is an improper number where the top number is bigger than the bottom. You can leave your answers like that for me, okay? Unless I say, hey, give me the answers at a mixed number, just leave your final answer like that, okay? Some teachers may want you to do the extra step. For me, I'm just leave it like that. Okay. Let's look at this one here. First fraction doesn't have a whole number, so stays the same. Second fraction. Take a moment before I say what the answer is. What should the numerator be for the second one? Everybody try it. Nobody yell it out. Give you 2 seconds. Right? Max?
Huh?
What's the answer for the numerator?
The numerator,
For-
2? Or,
No.
oh, I thought you meant the denominator, sorry.
Yeah. What should the numerator here be? Right? What number do I put there? Don't know? Right? Addison, do you know? 17. Right? So Max, we multiply these two. Add the top number. Right? So 2 times 8, 16, plus 1, 17. That goes there. Okay, now we look to simplify.
You
What about the 2 and 8?
No. They're both on the bottom.
Good.
You can't do
Good. Good. I'm trying to trick you. You can't. They're both on the bottom. If they're both on the bottom, both on the top, you can't do it. Right? So there's no simplifying that we can do. 1 times 17 on the top, 17. 2 times 8, 16. Right? All right. Next one over. We're sitting right here. We have a mixed fraction which needs to be changed over. We have a 4 that goes on the bottom. We got to figure out the numerator. Addison, you know what? Sorry? 13, yes. We multiply, then add. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 gives the 13. I just say take a trip around the fraction. Multiply and add. Right? The second one stays the same. 7 over 8. Any simplifying that can be done here? No. I should have done more simplifying questions. I don't know why I didn't. All right. Okay. Multiply the tops together. 13 times 7. No, 91. 91. And 4 times 8? 32. There we go. Final answer. Okay. So now, I'm going to do, I'll skip this one here. And I'm going to do this question here. Now, students struggle with word problems. And if you put fractions with word problems, that's even more of a struggle. Right? So I always suggest students to figure out the path, ignore the fractions, and just pretend that they're normal numbers, whole numbers in there. So a recipe calls for 3 1/3 cup of flour. Right? How much is needed to make 2.5 recipes? Okay, so let's try to figure out the process here. So let's say Armand's being nice. Sunday morning, he's like, Mom and Dad, I'm going to make pancakes for you guys for breakfast. He's so nice. Right? So the recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, right? But those 2 cups of flour doesn't make enough pancakes. So he's got a big family. So you want to do triple the amount of pancakes. How much flour would he need? Right? Right? So his recipe says, hey, you need 2 cups of flour to make this. Right? And say it makes like, I don't know, 5 pancakes. Right? But his family's bigger and he wants to make sure nobody goes hungry. And he goes, I want to have at least 15 pancakes.
15? I have 5 people in my family.
Oh, everybody gets 3 each then, huh? How many cups of flour is he going to need to make all those pancakes? Like, how do you figure that out? Sorry? No?
5.
Not 5. If he wants to make 3 times more pancakes, he's going to have to multiply this by 3 as well. He's going to need, 6 cups. Does that make sense? So let's do something easier. If he says, hey, I want to make 10 pancakes, you just have to double it, right? 2 cups, you need 4 cups, right? So the key thing is, if you want to make it bigger, you just multiply by how many times bigger you want to make it. If you want to make it 2 times bigger, multiply by 2. You want to make it 3 times bigger, multiply by 3. In this question, we want to make it 2.5 times bigger. So we're going to multiply whatever we need by 2.5. Multiply whatever we need by 2.5. What do we need? Well, the recipe here calls for 3.5 cups. So this is a little bit harder than my example because lots of fractions.
So it's 3 1/3.
3 1/3? Oh, 3 1/3. Thank you. 3 1/3. All right. So you need to multiply those together to figure out how much he can make. So Need to convert these to improper fractions. The first one stays at a 3 for the bottom number. Rohith, what's the top number here for this fraction here? What's going to go here? How do we figure that out?
10.
Yeah. Multiply and add. 3 times 3. 9 plus 1. 10. How about the next one, Rohith?
Oh. 5.
5. Thank you. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So now, looking at this, is there any simplifying?
Yeah.
What do you see? 2 and 10. These two cross off. They can be both divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Anything else? No, that's it. So 5 times 5, 25 over 3. All right? 25 and a third cups of flour are needed. Okay, simple as that. I'm going to stop right there and